This is not the final look, but this is final look for day one. Didn't consult, like I consulted with God, but it was like, you gonna say yes anyway. But I also just consulted within my free will. But that morning, on the way, before even making the decision to go, it didn't necessarily feel like their hand was on this barbershop for me, right? It didn't. It really felt misaligned. But I was like, you know what? That's just nerves. No, that was intuition. Anyway, this is Janae Catrice bleaching her hair by herself. I think it came out good. No hair fell out or nothing. Today, class, we will be talking about two things: bleaching our hair and being in alignment with what's truly for you. Me, Zanae Catrice in this case. First, I went in with a little patch test because I needed to know if I really wanted to go through with bleaching my whole head. I was scared. I know it didn't look like it, but I was scared. This took years. It's turning pretty fast. I can see it. The bleach did turn my hair very fast. I don't know if that's just for me or for everybody, but it took years for me to get comfortable with changing my hair. I wanted to for a long time. I had the person that I was supposed to go to. It wasn't the wrong move. The wrong move. I wrote this whole thing down. So that's what this episode is going to be about. Misalignment, alignment. Damn, jaws playing in my doing things that I want to do, but still being. I don't know what she's talking about, and she started in the middle of the story. For this episode of the Life List, I'm going to do a walkthrough of how I bleach my own hair. This is not going to be a tutorial. Now, I did list everything that I use on the screen. The part 2 of this video, while we're waiting for the results of the bleaching of the hair, I'm going to be speaking about alignment and misalignment. You know how the guys be saying I should have went to my original barber but he was out of town? That's what happened to me. I should have went to the original hairstylist that I said I was going to go to. I was being cheap, and well, we're going to talk about the rest of what I was being in part 2 of this episode. Remember how I said I'm not giving you guys a tutorial, it's just going to be a walkthrough? Yeah, because you guys gonna have to figure out how long you need to do your own patch test for, because I'm sitting up here dancing and I realized I didn't even give nobody a time limit on how long I was sitting up here patch testing for. Hold on, I think I did a little check-in right here. Yeah, 5 more minutes. From the original time, we don't know. I rinsed it out and look how cute I look. I see why people go blind. Like, I see why people pick their first color to be blonde. It's really sexy. It's like empowering. And I'm like, if this one patch is making me feel like this, Vaseline, 100 years. You see what I'm doing? I'm using Aquaphor or Vaseline and putting it all over the exposed skin areas of my hairline. Because you don't want no bleach to get on your skin, because let me tell you, it tingles. So after learning that it burns my skin, I doused my hairline, the exposed skin areas of my hairline, in Aquaphor and Vaseline. And I think you should do the same thing. Next, I took my developer and my bleaching powder and I mixed it together as like, I needed to get like a whip it up consistency, and then I just started layering. See, I got it on my skin. I was so nervous. I was like, oh, panic. What I do? I had a towel right there though. Make sure you have a towel on standby, and use a shirt that you don't care about, because when I woke up this next morning, my shirt was on bleached. It wasn't even green. It was brown and green, looking like camouflage army. I ain't never been to the army. Then I had to call my mommy in there because I couldn't see the back, and your girl needed her glasses. Rookie mistake. Be better than me. Get those sideburns. All of them. Go down. Get the sideburns. It's not going to burn you. I promise. I used every lickety scoop of that bow because I needed to get all my money's worth out of that bleaching developer. Then I went to go in and saran wrap my hair. I think I did it about 2 or 3 times. I seen the girlies on TikTok, TikTok, and the girlies on YouTube. YouTube really came in clutch for this. Had saran wrap their hair, and I did the same thing. Now it does produce heat, and I think that's, let me be quiet because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very aware that this angle might suck and that the lighting is probably not the greatest. This is my thinking mixed with the Holy Spirit's breakdown, initiation. I don't know what initiation means, but breakdown. Haircut. It's called the haircut. In the middle we have the haircut. On the side we have the misalignment. On this side it has what I would have been in alignment. On this side it has the, wasn't a wrong move, but I was definitely out of alignment. So it was really messing with me that I went to a different person than who I originally prayed about to get my hair cut. I don't know if I should put a bag on. I think I'm gonna put a bag on. Okay, it wasn't necessarily a wrong move. It just wasn't assigned to the mission. It wasn't the place to go for the mission, the overall mission assignment. The original person that I looked up, she was a part of the assignment, how the Holy Spirit broke it down to me. So it says her name is Girlfriend Material, is who I was in alignment to go to, right? And they were in alignment for the overall video, the overall reason for me dyeing my hair is for the lifeless. So she was in alignment for the lifeless. For my assignment, my personal assignment, that was the original person that I was supposed to go to. The reason why I chose that was because I was nervous about the money. She was only like $10 more, which is crazy. But I also would have had to take a bus, two buses, a train, and I would have had to walk. So I was just calculating in proximity, funds. I was very impatient with myself, my hair, with the whole situation because I had to travel. Um Also imposter syndrome. I wanted to dye my hair. Now originally I found her on TikTok and I was like, I want her to dye my hair, but it was out of my budget as far as the hair, which was okay because I also was okay with dyeing my own hair. Clearly we're dyeing our own hair. But I felt like, what if it didn't come out right? Just that imposter syndrome, the doubt. So that's also why I went to somebody else because I didn't want her to be like, girl, you should have came to me. I'm a professional, all of that. And then I would have to be like, well, I didn't, it, what, I, it would just, it made me feel like lack when I have to explain like, oh, I don't have the funds, but really what I could say is it's not in my budget. You get what I'm saying? So yes, imposter syndrome. And then overall, I made the decision out of lack and survival mode, which is a mode that I don't want to be in, and I've been working on that. So this decision was made out of a old habit, out of comfortability and survival mode. But Abba the Father presence was like, because I really didn't like the haircut at first. The environment, I intuitively I knew that it wasn't the place, but I settled. And that was the lesson, was okay, I know what it feels like when I settle. I know what it feels like when I'm out of alignment, and I know what it feels like to just be, it wasn't uncomfortable. It was literally okay, I'm settling. And that's what the whole place felt like. Whereas when I found, what's her name? Girlfriend Material, the way that she texts, the way that she was open to sitting down and having a conversation, I feel like I prolonged something or I delayed something, which in reality, I know that I can't, but it does feel like I delayed something. Then Abba was like, the cut came out fire. He used the word fire and emphasis on fire to be like, he's not old. That's how I took it. And then he said, why isn't it? It's 3 question marks. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. So this is the whole board. And then he said, the cut came out fire. Why isn't it? 3 question marks. Jesus, Abba, Holy Spirit never let me down. And they used the haircut to put me back into alignment. When I tell you guys, I'm an overthinker, period. But I was really, because I really hate making wrong moves. I really hate settling, and I really hate, like, I really just hate making the wrong, out of alignment moves. Like, I really, especially with, I'm just on a mission, right? I'm on a mission, and it's like, why am I detouring or delaying the outcome of the mission due to survival mode, due to me wanting to be comfortable? And that was really eating me up inside until, I took it to Jesus about 4 or 5 times before I was in the kitchen making some ramen, and I was like, can you guys break down what the heck I did? And the Holy Spirit, literally the Holy Spirit came in clutch and allowed me to write this whole board. Y'all don't let me fuck up my hair. I put it on 40 minutes, which I'm like, it should be good. a little nervous. But I also didn't consult, like I consulted with God, but it was like, you gonna say yes anyway. But I also just consulted within my free will, right? But that morning on the way, before even making the decision to go, it didn't necessarily feel like their hand was on this barbershop for me, right? It didn't it really felt misaligned, but I was like, you know what, that's just nerves. No, that was intuition. Okay, I think I did about 20 minutes so far. I'm about to go check it out in the bathroom mirror. Just move it around a little bit. I did 43 minutes at first. I currently have 4 minutes and 30 seconds right now. This is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. Can y'all see the back? How the back looking? I'm just praying that my hair is not falling out, and then I have to also I want to go long because I only want to do one more treatment before I get my icy pure whites. Love that. So we're gonna be back. I'm gonna shower, do the conditioner stuff, wait the 4 minutes. 3 now. Wait the couple of minutes, take this off, and then that would have been what 53. I would have did 53 minutes, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go to probably an hour and 20, depending on the the what is this? Depending on how my hair is now, depending on how my hair reacts to this first treatment. She wanna fly, let's make up. That's got pound, tell me say something. Passing the hills, we a lay up. Where you can stay, we can play fun. She'll do much just like anything what I can get done. Clint doesn't ration bend over. Clint doesn't ration bend over. She wanna beg and I get that. She tryna leave, tell me she so that she leave. She wanna I'm on her being, it's getting me. She get right back, then we do. At the top, we go swimming in the pool. In the towns, I'm laughing on you. Said she fucking with me. You know I lie to you, then lose and break your heart. I gotta tell you a lie, and tell you the truth and leave you stuck. How you gonna take it this far? Baby, know that you fuck with a star. Baby, know that you fuck with a star.